This is the book of 2nd Exodus, chapter 2, and verse 9. He answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past which I have told thee before, then shalt thou well understand that is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Barak tha Yahweh, Barak tha Yahweh Shai, Barak tha Yahweh, Barak tha Yahweh Shai, called Lord Imla Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem HaKadosh, double honors to the apostles and the elders, a great millstone rule, well been a great example to his younger brothers in the truth, and peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. And Lord willing is edifying. I'm also grab this Matthew chapter 24 and verse 3. Um, Salaki. I want to get all honor and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem HaKadosh, and double honors to the apostles and the elders, great millstone rule, have been a great example to his younger brothers in the truth, peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. This another edition of Measured Out the Time Diligently in itself. In this volume 31. This Matthew chapter 24, back on Matthew chapter 24 and verse 3. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and the end of the world? And Yahweh answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, or anointed. I am anointed, and shall deceive many.
It is humbling to be in this place so full of history and symbolism. This is where Judaism, Christianity, and Islam meet, believed to be the birthplace of the patriarch Abraham. And it is here that the Pope wanted to come to express his message of unity.
Near the ruins, the Pope held an interfaith meeting.
Reconciliation and putting aside our differences. We must all work together for the future, a fraternal love which recognizes a common humanity.
And what they said in the scriptures, man, this guy supposed to be this, the voice of the Lord in the earth today, the Pope. What they said in the scriptures, man. The scriptures say, can two walk together except they be agreed, man? Not bring Islam, Christianity, and Judaism together, man. What they say in the scriptures, man. All come together in unity. The scriptures don't teach that.
We are here together in 2021, which I consider a pivotal year, a crucial year.
Let's get this 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 3. It reads, Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there be a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, Esau Edom, the so-called white man, the son of perdition, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God or that is worship. And that's how the Pope view himself, man. It ain't about what was written, it's about what he say now. And that's how this nigga really feel, man. So that he as God sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God, man.
For our future.
The most iconic moment, perhaps, was this.
The meeting between the Pope and Grand Ayatollah Ali al-Sistani is symbolic and significant.
Overseas now, Pope Francis making history. The pontiff in northern Iraq today, calling for unity and forgiveness for Muslim extremists as he visited several churches.
Pope Francis visited the ancient city of Ur, believed to be the birthplace of the patriarch Abraham, revered by Jews, Christians, and Muslims, and stressed the commonalities among God's children.
And it is here where the Pope
and everybody is not God's children, man. As far as how they putting it, the only people who are God's children are the descendants of Abraham on down to Isaac, on down to Jacob, and Jacob 12, not even Jacob 12 sons. It was 2 sons added going into Joseph 2 sons, man. Ephraim and Manasseh. But those 12 tribes came out of Jacob, man. You know, why when you hear Joseph, it's talking about Ephraim. You know, in the scripture sometimes it'll be talking about Ephraim. But the children of God, you know, God's children, as these people say, is it ain't talking about everybody. It ain't talking about Ishmaelites and Elamites and Moabites and Ammonites and Edomites. No, it's just talking about the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel, the Israelites, man. Yasha Allah, he a prince of the power, man.
Is planning to hold an interfaith dialogue to promote understanding between Christians, Muslims, and other religions.
The first step we have to
And other religions, they just trying to bar everything. Whatever you believe, what you want, we just got to come together in unity, man. You know, that's going back to the Tower of Babel spirit, man. You know?
take is to restore trust. But in order to restore trust, we have to reinforce first global cooperation. And second, we have to make sure that everybody is contributing in shaping a more positive future.
Pope Francis called himself a messenger of peace, advocating harmony between faiths.
We got a flood.
The scriptures say there's no peace to the wicked, you know. Nigga ain't no advocate of peace, man. This Genesis chapter 11 and verse 1. And the whole earth was one language and one speech. And it came to pass as they journeyed from the east that they found a plain in the land of Shinar, and they dwelt there. And they said one to another, go and let us make brick and burn them thoroughly. And they made brick for stone and slime for mortar. And they said, go, let us build us a tower. Let us build us a tower whose top may reach unto heaven, and let us make us a name, lest we be scattered abroad upon the face of the whole earth. And the Lord came down to see the tower which the children of men built. You know, see, that go to show you that it's a separation of people. Everybody not the children of God, man. You know, back in that time, you had the sons of man, the sons of the wicked, and the sons of God, man. You know, and the same today, man. You got the sons of the wicked, the children of the wicked, the children of God, and the children of men. Who are the children of the wicked? The so-called white people, Esau, Edom. You know, and who are the sons of God? The Israelites. The 12 tribes of Israel, you Negroes, Latinos, and Native American. Who are the sons of man? You Chinese, Moabite, Ammonite, Japanese, Ishmaelite, you Arabs, Elamites, Hamites, Japhites, the so-called Africans, so-called Polynesians, and Aborigines of Australia and Hawaiians. You Japhet, man. It say, so the Lord scattered them abroad thence upon the face of the whole earth, and they left off to build the city, and there is the name of it called Babel, because the Lord had confounded the languages of all the earth, and everybody in this time was when they were speaking all one language, they were speaking the Hebrew, man. It say, and from thence did the Lord scatter them abroad upon the face of the earth. But I was looking for a point, you know, but as you can see, they was all trying to come together. But the Lord ain't with everybody coming together. Let's go to 10. Let's see. Okay, so that was the point. I mean, they ain't say it just like I'm saying it, but basically that's what happened during the Tower of Babel. You know, they all was one people, you know. That's the same thing they trying to do now, man. You know, and it happened again with the Greeks, man. You know.
Of calls from Vermonters all over the state this evening reporting a loud boom and a body-rattling vibration.
Were taken by surprise when they saw a fireball in the sky. Experts now saying it was a piece of an asteroid. People also reported a loud noise.
People reported seeing it across the Northeast, even in Canada. So, you know, 2021, aliens or something, no big deal. Don't care.
All right, Kathleen, did you feel a mysterious boom or shaking about 5 o'clock tonight? Some of our fellow colleagues felt it right here at the Fox 5 studios in Kearney Mesa and at various work-from-home locations. In fact, our newsroom got calls from viewers from El Cajon to Ramona. Sheriff's Department got reports from the South Bay to La Mesa. The U.S. Geological Survey, which of course records earthquakes around our area, didn't have a trembler on record for that time and location. And by the way, Kathleen, the last time there was one of these mysterious booms, you may recall in our area, was nearly about 2 months ago. It was on January 15th, and we still didn't know what caused that then.
Yeah, my theory too was also the military, but I guess we came up empty on that.
Yeah, we'll have to see if they, still waiting. I'm still waiting. Come on, call me.
A loud boom and home shaking. That's what people in Genesee Township reported experiencing this morning. They're not seeing any damage. Some reached out to ABC 12 wondering what it was.
Ariane Perret has been asking around all day and found the bizarre boom was actually felt across a large area of Genesee County. And this wasn't the first time it happened.
Discussions in community groups on social media blew up around 9 o'clock this morning with people asking what that loud noise was and if anyone else heard it. Sifting through hundreds of comments, it appears to have stretched across Genesee Township into Burton, but nobody knows what it was.
Watching TV and heard this real loud boom, and I mean it shook the house. You could actually feel the floor shake and the windows, and me and the wife looked at each other.
They felt and heard it too. This is actually the second time he says this has happened in the last 6 months. Same experience each time.
And the Lord say he was going to shoot signs and other strange wonders, man. Shoot new signs and other strange wonders, man. You know, they saying they ain't got no explanation. It ain't military, it ain't this, it ain't that. Well, guess what it is, man? You have Bashan, you have Shah. You know, simple explanation. The Lord getting ready to visit this place, man.
Nobody's ever heard a sonic boom. That's about the only thing that I could say that would be similar to it. It's not the same as gunfire, not the same as mortar fire. Heard that. It's like it's coming from above.
But the Navy vet says he knows a supersonic flyover shouldn't be happening in a neighborhood.
It's really hard to speculate. I don't want to sound like, the conspiracy theorist that I can be. But this is, like I say, this is not the first time it's happened with no answers. That's what makes it intriguing.
So the mystery remains.
Well, there is jaw-dropping video of a volcano erupting in Russia. You can see it right here behind me. Pretty incredible, right? Well, this is the eastern peninsula there. It erupted yesterday, and plumes of smoke filled the air as lava.
And these volcanoes erupting like crazy, man. All over the damn place.
Came out of the mouth of the volcano. Now this one is prone to eruption, they say. It last burst, the last burst was back in 2020.
Explosions inside Italy's Mount Etna have sent a 4-kilometer high plume of smoke into the sky. Europe's largest active volcano, located on the island of Sicily, has been back.
This Joel chapter 2 and verse 30. Joel chapter 2 and verse 30. And I will shew wonders in heaven above, in the heavens and the earth, blood and fire and pillars of smoke. And that's what the old volcanoes push off, pillars of smoke. Man. You know, wildfires too, but those volcanoes, you see that big tower of smoke look like.
Action multiple times in the past 3 weeks, staging an impressive demonstration of nature's firepower.
Volcano experts are on high alert as the crater of Mount Nyiragongo in the Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo has refilled with magma. The world's largest continually active lava lake has been speeding and coughing blasts, lighting up the dusky sky with a tangerine glow.
Persistent volcanic activity on the mountain has locals concerned that an eruption may be on the way.
And Iceland is staring at another possible eruption. The country was struck by 20,000 earthquakes in just 7 days, 20,000. And the last time a volcano erupted in Iceland, the world suffered the worst air travel disruption since the Second World War. What are the predictions this time? The country experiences tremors through the year, but 20,000 straight quakes is definitely on the higher side. Iceland's meteorological office said a faint vibration too was felt underground, one indicating rising magma. The recent quakes have been around two volcanic systems. Two volcanoes have been identified, both very hard to pronounce and both at the risk of going off.
Mainly north of Tremont and then up over parts of the far northern.
So like I'm trying to see something. I'm trying to see. So like. I just keep.
We have an earthquake and we're sheltering in place.
The worst sandstorm in nearly a decade swept over the Chinese capital on Monday, turning the skies an eerie shade of orange. Skyscrapers in the center of Beijing nearly disappeared from sight amid the dust and sand.
Thick clouds of sand and yellow smog enveloping.
Let me get this for that earthquake. Matthew chapter 24, jumping down to verse 7, they say, for nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places.
Downtown Beijing. The landmark headquarters of the state broadcaster CCTV, shrouded in the gloom. But atmospheric pollution from the biggest sand clouds in 10 years has now reached hazardous levels. It looks like the end of the world. In this weather, I don't really want to be outside. It feels like a science fiction movie. This is nature. In the face of nature, human beings are truly tiny and powerless.
You want to know who have power over nature? Let's get it. Gotta get it. Slovakia. Like, yeah, I ain't watched this one. I just really just played it. And I'm finding a certain scripture. This Isaiah chapter 9 and verse 24, it say, Thou shalt be visited of the Lord of hosts with thunder, and with earthquake, and with great noise, and with storm and tempest, and the flame of devouring fire going to these dust storms, you know, all this stuff, sinkholes. That's what we're looking at now. You know, and the Lord opened up the earth and swallowed up those two dudes. I want to say, was it Abraham and I don't know who it was. The two dudes, the people that came up against Moses, and the Lord opened up the earth and swallowed their ass up, man. That's what a sinkhole is, man. You know, the Lord do all these things, man. Ain't nothing strange or mysterious to this, man. We know who doing it, man.
I onda je počela da tone zemlja dok se nisu spojila ta dva kruga. Kad su se spojila došlo je do odrona jačeg odrona. I onda se to proširilo, eto vidite.
For residents in the Haiku area, they say they've never seen rain like this in a long time.
Severe flooding is forcing the evacuations of hundreds of residents in Haiku.
Real flooding situation we have not seen in a long time. In fact, some of the residents have told me that this is the worst they've seen in over 25 years. So I am going out there right now to check and assess the area.
Longtime Haiku residents say they've never seen rain like this before.
And there is a EMI ditch above us that usually handles the rains, but it is overflowing onto the EMI roads and all of the upper roads in the lower area.
Weather reports said the sandstorm blew from North China's Inner Mongolia Autonomous Region due to cyclones and strong winds. Meanwhile, in Mongolia, authorities said powerful sandstorms in the south had killed 6 people, while at least 80 others were missing. But this time, almost unprecedented over the past few years.
Yeah, this is the worst sandstorm over the past nearly 11 years. And then in the local regions, we have seen a rising temperature, quite unusual in comparison with the average. We have seen in some locations, not far from Beijing, the PM10 or the respirable particulates, the concentration have topped 11,000 micrograms. 600 micrograms is beyond index already. In the center part of Beijing, it also at one moment approached to 10,000. So it's very, very high.
Wear your mask, goddamn. This Jeremiah chapter 10 and verse 12. It reads 12 and 13. It say, He have made the earth by his power. He have established the world by his wisdom, and have stretched out the heavens by his discretion. When he uttereth his voice, there is a multitude of waters in the heavens, and he causeth the vapors to ascend from the ends of the earth. He maketh lightnings with rain and bringeth forth the winds out of his treasures. Hey, Lord, don't play, man. You know, Lord ain't playing with you motherfuckers, man. You playing with yourself. This Nahum chapter 1 and verse 3, it say, the Lord is slow to anger and great in power, and will not at all acquit the wicked. The Lord hath his way in the whirlwind and the storm, and the cloud are the dust of his feet. You know, the Lord have his way in these storms and whirlwinds and dust storms. Guess who doing it, man? Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai, man. Ain't no coincidence or none of this shit, man. We know where it's coming from, man. We know who doing it. But that's pretty much the point. You know, I got all mine. But I got one more for that Roman Catholic Church, the Pope. You know, y'all beloved Pope. These people of the world beloved Pope, man. There's Revelation 19 and 19 is saying, I saw the beast, you know, that's going into, you know, in this time, NATO and the EU, you know, Esau, you know, Esau power structure. And the kings of the earth and their armies gathered together to make war against him that sitteth on the horse, Yahushua, and against his armies, the chariots. And the beast was taken, and with him the false prophet. You know, this Roman Catholicism. It say the false prophet that wrought miracles before him, with which he deceived them that received the mark of the beast and them that worship the image. These were both cast alive into a lake of fire, burning with fire and brimstone, man. You know. That damn, you know, Roman Catholicism bullshit, that shit is finna be done with. Esau's grips on the earth, the wicked ruling, that shit over with, man. You know, it's finna be cast into the lake with burning with fire and brimstone, man. These people gonna find themselves shackled up, working, man, for the same niggas who they oppress, man. Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans who they oppress, man. You know, but that's pretty much the point with that, Lord. When this was edifying, I want to end it giving all honor and glory to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Kakadash, double honors to the apostles and the elders, a great millstone, rule where been a great example to his younger brothers in truth, peace and blessings to the hopeful elect, Shalom, Kwam Yashala, and the Bible Shalom.